Welcome to All About Arsenal, and in today's video we're going to be asking ourselves a very big question. Was Arsenal right not to break bank for Benjamin Šeško? As we're already aware, it seems that Arsenal has finally made a decision on the striker they want to sign. Throughout the entire summer, it has been about either Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Šeško. And this has actually gone on for a couple of months. We are already aware that Arsenal has been linked with Šeško as far back as last season. If you remember correctly, during the summer before the new campaign started, Arsenal actually showed genuine interest in Šeško. But the youngster decided to sign a new contract, and there was, in quote, gentleman's agreement that he was going to leave Leipzig at the end of the season. So with the understanding that he was going to leave at the end of the campaign, Šeško went about his business this season, scoring 13 goals in 33 Bundesliga games, but 21 goals in all competitions. Going into this summer, Arsenal were linked again with a move for Šeško, as well as a move for Victor Gyökeres, and these were two players that have basically created a divide among the fan base. One thing was for sure, Arsenal fans wanted either Gyökeres or Šeško. It's not as if one was better than the other, in quotes. What was important was, at this point in time, we have identified the fact that we need a new striker. Gabriel Jesus unfortunately suffered an ACL injury against Manchester United in January, and is not expected to return to football action till probably the tail end of the year, as folks who suffer ACL do. So we basically laid all our eggs in the Kai Havertz basket, and we ran the guy ragged. In February, he suffered a hamstring injury that basically derailed our title campaign, and this made us use Mikel Merino as an emergency centre forward till the season ended. But I'll give credit where it's due. Mikel Merino did very well in the stint he had as a centre forward, even though it was clear that he was not a natural in that position. But eventually, Arsenal actually suffered the brunt of not having a clear centre forward, because there were times when there were some chances that were created for Merino that if he had the basic instincts of a real striker, he would have dispatched. But I can't really blame him. Arsenal fans could also not really blame him, because he actually did the best he could. This was actually the first time in his career he was playing as a centre forward, and he scored some important goals in the course of the season. Arteta made it abundantly clear to the fans and to the Arsenal hierarchy that we were short. We fell short of expectations. And one of the major challenges we had was not having a striker. Which brings us to this summer. Arsenal were heavily linked to the move for Benjamin Šeško, and the Arteta and his representatives probably flew to Leipzig to try and make a transfer work. But knowing how Beta operates, he was also working with a move for Victor Gyökeres. So the transfer window started on the 1st of June, and we waited and waited and waited. The entire month of June went past us, and we are in July right now, and unfortunately, there was no clear direction on whether it was either Gyökeres or Šeško. However, in the coming days, there have been some progress regarding the move to Victor Gyökeres. This clearly means that Arsenal has pivoted away from a move from Benjamin Šeško. And if we get Fabrizio Romano's "Here we go" or another David Ornstein bomb, regarding the financial between Arsenal and Sporting CP for Victor Gyökeres, it will be very clear that that will be where we'll be pivoting towards, and there will be no more moves for Šeško. So the question I'm going to ask right now is, was Arsenal supposed to break bank for Šeško? Bearing in mind that Leipzig put a very, very astronomical price tag on him, we'll touch on that. But let's just talk about Šeško, what he would have brought to the club, and what we stand to lose with Arsenal pivoting towards Victor Gyökeres. So first, a quick profile of Šeško. We know him. He's a 21-year-old Slovenian striker that plays for Leipzig. Standing at 6'5", he's actually compared to Erling Haaland in terms of his stature, also in terms of his speed, his finishing instincts, and his height. He started his career in RB Salzburg in 2019, and he played 79 games for them and scored 29 goals. However, for 2 seasons, he moved to Austrian second division side FC Lefering on loan. And in the 2 campaigns in Lefering, he scored 22 goals in 44 games. In 2023, Leipzig actually moved for him. And in the past 2 seasons with RB Leipzig, he has played 87 games and he has scored 39 goals. So Arsenal have actually been interested in Šeško for a very long time, as I said earlier. And with the striker issues that were well documented, Arsenal came off as desperate this summer to sign a striker, and Leipzig were fully aware of that. But what exactly will Šeško have offered Arsenal if he was signed? We know he's an athletic man who thrives on direct balls over the top and into space, and he has very good link-up play. But there are 5 attributes that Šeško has that have been very, very beneficial to Arsenal. There was a video I did a couple of weeks back where I compared Šeško with Gyökeres, and I'll just touch on those attributes again. His physical prowess. As I said earlier, Šeško is a freak of nature. He's very tall. He'd have been a monster in the air for Arsenal. He's someone that has blistering pace. His link-up play is impeccable. He knows how to harry defenders, and he'd have been a very, very good attacker for the club. He's also technically proficient. Šeško is a player that knows how to jiggle away from opposition defenders. He's very good with the ball at his feet. He knows how to feint, he knows how to dribble, he knows how to pass. His link-up play is brilliant. Coming into a club like Arsenal, where technique is one of the order of the day, he would have been able to thrive because it appears like with similar players that have loads of technique in their style of play as well. Another aspect of Šeško that I liked was his transition play. He's very excellent in transition. If you look at his highlights in Leipzig, you could see how he connected so well with Xavi Simons, with Loris Openda, and many of the other players in the team, especially during transitions. He was someone that actually worked very well in transitions and actually usually have windows in games where they have transition play. So Šeško would have actually tried very well in that. Another attribute of Šeško that I really loved was the fact that he is someone that is going to turn out to be a world-class player. At 21, you can see the amazing stats he has, you can see the traits he's showing, and under the right guidance, under the right tutelage, under the right environment, he would have been someone that has done so well. He would have really cooked at Arsenal. Then finally, Šeško is a very, very good fit for Arsenal's model. He is basically like another Kai Havertz, but taller, more physical, and can get better than him in the near future. He would have been someone that had done very well in set pieces, both attacking and defending. His imposing height would have been a major plus for Arsenal, especially when tackling defenders in the Premier League. Of course, he fits the age profile as well. At 21, turning 22, he was someone that had given Arsenal probably next 10 years of his career or something. Now let's talk money. Benjamin Šeško had a well-documented release clause of around £65 million or thereabouts. But there was also some discussions around the fact that there were some add-ons that were performance-based that could make the release clause go as high as 90 million euros. So I was expected that Arsenal that would discuss personal terms with Šeško and probably align with him. But the major showstopper was going to be Arsenal having that alignment with RB Leipzig. This has been going on for months. And of course, what we've read from different news sources was that Leipzig were holding out for their preferred price for Šeško, which is 90 million euros. And you can understand the club's stance. This is their best asset, their cash cow. They are no longer in the Champions League, so any windfall they will get financially from the sale of their best player, they will want to milk it. And that's very understandable. These things happen. It's not every time you have a 21-year-old in your rank that the entire world wants to have. So if they want to have him, yeah, they have to pay top dollar for him. So that was understandable, but Arsenal is a club that had so many targets. As you can see, the club has confirmed the deal for Kepa Arrizabalaga. The club recently confirmed the deal for Martin Zubimendi. Christian Logan is about to go for his medical ahead of a move to the club. We have Iberici Eze that has been linked to the club. We have Rodrigo, who has been on the back pages for quite a while. And of course, we have the crazy links with Noni Madueke. So with Arsenal having all these targets, they still have their PSR and FFP restrictions to follow. So I'm guessing that paying 90 million for Šeško was like a step too far. And as I'm fully aware, the club has backed out, or I believe the club has backed out. So yes, Šeško is a great player, clearly not the finished article, someone that can actually be prone to become a world-class player in the future. But the price that Leipzig was calling was a bit too much for Arsenal to take. And of course, they are basically going for the cheaper option, which is Gyökeres, who is going to allow them to facilitate other moves elsewhere. So was this the right call? Some may argue that Arsenal has missed out on a generational talent, and they are not wrong. Šeško is someone that, if he had joined the club, he would have been an amazing player to have, and he would have grown into the team. But others will say that patience is wiser. Others will say that Victor Gyökeres is someone that would actually offer us what we want right now, which is trophies. Victor Gyökeres scored 97 goals in 102 games in his last 2 seasons at Sporting CP. He has played in the Premier League under Brighton, even though he didn't play directly for them, but he went to the trenches of the Championship, where he played for both Swansea and Coventry, and he built up himself. So he's very, very aware of the league. He doesn't need any form of adaptation. Someone like Šeško will probably needed to come into the league and probably even spend some time on the bench. I don't believe that Šeško would have benched Kai Havertz outrightly. But a player like Victor Gyökeres has the pedigree to actually bench Kai Havertz or play alongside Kai Havertz for him to drop down to midfield. So given the fact that Arsenal needed to strengthen elsewhere and they needed to spend wisely as well, I don't think paying 90 million for Benjamin Šeško was the right call. I think Arsenal was right not to break bank for him. So to wrap up, while I know that Šeško would explode to be a superstar in the future, the decision to step back from such a huge fee showed that Arsenal were thinking long term, showed that Arsenal preferred to go for the option of Gyökeres, who has, in quotes, a higher upside. So let me know what you think in the comments. Did Arsenal actually make the right choice? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more transfer updates. I'll see you next time.